It's a Wonderful Life. Our story starts before the war. When life was normal, shortages were generally unknown, and simple luxuries like Lux soap were abundant. I won't say that's the only reason people said it's a wonderful life, but I do know from the thousands of letters in our files that most of them said it's a wonderful soap. And they keep right on saying it day after day. In fact, the popularity of Lux soap is what makes it possible to present such entertainment as Frank Capra's great production, It's a Wonderful Life. This is a story of George Bailey, citizen of Bedford Falls, New York. George Bailey, who more than anything under the sun wanted to see the world, the wonderful, exciting world that lay somewhere beyond the limits of his hometown. Oddly enough, this story does not begin in Bedford Falls. In fact, it doesn't begin anywhere in the world. It begins in heaven, where the superintendent of angels has just summoned an apprentice angel named Clarence.
Oh, I'm really going down to Earth, sir? How splendid.
Yes, there's a very discouraged man down there, Clarence. George Bailey. At exactly 10:45 p.m. Earth time, he'll be thinking seriously of ending his life.
Oh, dear, his life.
Now, I want you to stop him if you can. Now sit down. Sit down. I'll give you Bailey's case history.
Sir, if I should accomplish my mission, may I perhaps get my wings? I've been waiting over 200 years now, and, well, people are starting to talk.
Clarence, what's that book?
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, sir. I was reading it when you sent for me.
Oh, fine book, excellent. Well, you do a good job, and George Bailey, and we'll see about your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now listen. When George Bailey was a boy, two events occurred that you should keep in mind. One was when his young brother Harry fell through the ice and almost drowned. George saved him.
A brother fell through the ice. George saved him.
Ever since, George has had a bad ear and all that icy water. You understand?
A bad ear. Yes, sir.
The other event came a few months later. George used to work after school in Mr. Gower's drugstore. One day, Mr. Gower's only son died of influenza. It was a terrible blow, and poor Mr. Gower tried to lose his grief in whiskey.
Where have you been, George? Mrs. Blaine's called twice. What happened to her prescription? You lost it, didn't you?
No, Mr. Gower, here it is.
Well, you good for nothing. Don't you know that the Blaine girl's very sick?
Oh, Mr. Gower, my ear. You're hurting my ear.
I'll take you alone, you lazy brat.
Mr. Gower, you don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in those capsules. I know you feel bad, but look, Mr. Gower, look. This bottle you used, this bottle to make up the capsules, it's poison, I tell you, poison.
Poison?
Don't rub my soda here again, Mr. Gower.
Poison? Oh, George. George!
It's why I didn't deliver it, Mr. Gower. All I wanted to do was to make sure.
George! George!
Well, Clarence, that was George Bailey as a boy. When he grew up, he wanted to go to college, but there just wasn't enough money. So he worked 4 years in the Building and Loan Association.
Building and Loan Association?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, George's father was in the building and loan business. He and George's Uncle Billy. High ideals and low bank accounts. Anyway, George worked for his father and saved enough to see him through the university. That summer, though, he was going to Europe, got a job in a cattle boat, doing a little traveling before college.
Boy, oh boy, it's hard to realize it's my last night at the Bailey boarding house.
Well, we're sure gonna miss you, George.
Oh, and I'm gonna miss you too, Pop. Oh, hey, what's the matter? You look tired.
Oh, I had another tussle with old Henry Potter. today.
I thought when you put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up.
So did I.
I just can't understand a man like Mr. Potter. I mean, he can't begin to spend all that money he has.
I guess Potter owns about everything he wants in Bedford Falls, except our building and loan. That's why he hates us.
Hey, George, can I borrow your tuxedo studs?
Yeah, help yourself, Harry.
Well, where are they? In your suitcase?
No, I'm not taking a tuxedo in a cattle boat, you know?
Say, where'd you get that suitcase anyway?
Oh, Mr. Gower, going away present. And one of these days, you're going to see that bag all covered with travel labels. Italy, Baghdad, and Samarkand.
You're gonna have a pretty full summer, huh?
I'm going to have a pretty full life.
Hey, why don't you come to the dance tonight?
What, will be bored to death?
Well, you wouldn't want to bear death? Lots of pretty girls? Hey, I gotta hurry.
I wish we could send Harry to college with you, George.
Oh, now, we've got all that figured out now, Pop. Now, he'll take over my job at the building and loan, work 4 years like I did, then he'll go.
He's pretty young for that job.
Well, no younger than I was.
Maybe you were born older, George.
Huh?
George, when you get out of college, I don't suppose you come back to the building and loan.
Oh, now, Papa, I just couldn't. I couldn't face being cooped up the rest of my life in that shabby little office. I'm sorry, Pop. Now, I didn't mean that. It's just this business of nickels and dimes. I go crazy. I want to do something big, something important.
In a small way, we are doing something important, George. In that shabby little office, we help people figure out how they can own their own homes.
Oh, I know, Pop. I just felt that I feel like if I don't get away, I burst.
You're right, boy. You get yourself an education, then get out of here.
Oh, Pop, you want a shot? I think you're a pretty gay guy.
Well, thanks, George. I'm glad to hear it. Look, why don't you go over to Harry's dance? You'll have a good time.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe I will drop in. Yeah. Maybe I will, thanks.
So, George Bailey went to a dance. Is that important, Joseph?
Why, it was at the dance he met Mary Hatch. And 3 hours later, he was walking her home. George and Mary were feeling pretty good, Clarence. As a matter of fact, wonderful.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Buffalo girls, won't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon. Hot dog!
Oh, beautiful!
Oh boy, just like an organ.
Oh, at least.
Gee whiz. Hey, you know something? If it wasn't me talking, I'd say that you're the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will. How old are you anyway?
18.
18?
Too young or too old?
Oh, no, that's just right. It sort of fits you. Oh, hey, look where we are.
Hmm? Oh, the old Granville house.
Yeah, I gotta throw a rock.
Oh, no, George. I love that old house.
Well, but don't you know about deserted houses? You make a wish and then you throw a rock.
Oh, George, we're such a lovely old place. Oh, I wish I lived there.
In there? I would live in it as a ghost. Now watch. Watch this. Here we go. How about it, eh? Pretty good shot, eh? Broke the window.
What did you wish for, George?
Oh, I don't know. Not just one wish. A whole hatful of them, Mary. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet, and I'm going to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Colosseum. And then I'm coming back here, and I'm going to go to college and see what they know. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields and skyscrapers 100 stories high, and a bridge is miles long, and then I'm going to... Hey, Mary, what is it you want, huh? What do you want? You want the moon? All you got to do is just say the word.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the moon. And then what?
Then what? Well, then you can swallow it, and then it'll dissolve like an aspirin, you know, and the moonbeams will shoot out of your fingers and at the ends of your hair, and you think I'm talking too much, huh?
Yeah! Why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
How's that?
is wasted on the wrong people.
Oh, well, hey, just a minute, mister. Hey, you come back here. I'll show you some kissing that'll...
George! George!
Oh, hey, Uncle Billy. Look here. I'm going to get married.
George!
Watch.
Get in the car, quick! Your father's had a stroke.
What? What?
George, quick! Hurry!
Well, George's father died that night, Clarence. So, of course, George couldn't go to Europe. But that fall, just when he was ready to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan had a meeting. They were going to appoint a successor to Mr. Bailey.
What was that you said, Mr. Potter?
I said, as long as Peter Bailey's dead, let's dissolve the building and loan. We don't need it.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, you wait a minute. Peter Bailey was not a businessman. Ideals without common sense can ruin a town. What do you get? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class.
Now, hold on, Mr. Potter.
No disrespect, George.
No, wait a minute there. Why my father ever started this cheap penny building and loan, I'll never know. But just remember this, Mr. Potter. This rabble you're talking about, well, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in Stuart here. Well, is it too much for them to work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms in the back? Well, anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him. But to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, my good Mr. Potter, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building and loan.
You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's galling. That's what you're talking about. Well, this town needs this measly one-horse institution, if only to have some place where people can borrow a few dollars without crawling to you. Now, come on, Uncle Billy.
What happened, George?
Yeah, all we heard was a lot of yelling. Boy, oh boy, you should have heard George.
Yeah, they're in there voting us out of business.
Oh, well, who cares? I can get another job. I'm only 41.
45? Will you get out of here, George? You missed your boat trip. You want to miss college, too?
George, they voted Potter down. We're still in business.
We're still in business. We're still in business.
But there's one condition, George. They've appointed you to take your father's place.
Appoint me, but I'm going to college. Oh, now, look, this is my chance. It's my last chance. Uncle Billy's your man.
George, you've got to take it. They'll vote with Potter otherwise. They said so.
I know. George Bailey didn't go to college.
That's right, Clarence. He gave his college money to Harry. Harry went instead.
But what happened to that good-looking girl? What's her name? Mary?
Oh, George saw her now and then. Not very often, though, because Mary went away to school, too. Anyway, George waited 4 more years for Harry to come back and take over the building and loan. He could still see the world. He planned to work in the oil fields, Venezuela. Except when Harry came home, he wasn't alone. There was a girl with him, his wife.
George?
Yeah, I'm out here on the porch, Mother. I just thought I'd get some air.
Well, how do you like your new sister-in-law?
Oh, isn't she swell?
Well, it looks like she can keep Harry on his toes.
Yeah, and keep him out of Bedford Falls anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, Ruth's father, he's got a wonderful job for Harry out in Buffalo.
Buffalo? What that means of you? You can't. Oh, George, did you know that Mary Hatch is back from school? Nice girl, Mary. Oh, stop grunting.
Oh, well.
Well, give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary.
Well, Sam Wainwright. Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him.
Well, now, how do you know that? What, did she discuss it with you? How do you know?
Besides, Sam's away in New York.
Oh, and all's fair in love and war, huh? Oh, I see. Well, okay, Mother. I think I'll go and find that girl and do a little passionate nicking.
Oh, George!
Goodbye, Mrs. Bailey. Oh, before I forget, do you have any books from the library?
library? George, you go and see Mary, do you hear? George, is that you there?
Oh, hello, Mary.
Well, are you coming in?
Oh, I just happened to be passing by here.
I thought you were picketing. Have you made up your mind?
How's that?
Have you made up your mind?
About what?
About coming in. Your mother just phoned. She said you were coming over.
My mother just phoned. What she needed coming. I just happened to be passing by. That's all. I didn't.
Well,
all right. I'll come in for a minute, but I didn't tell anyone I was coming here. You know, a fella can't go for a walk nowadays without when did you get back?
Tuesday.
Oh, where'd you get the dress?
Do you like it?
It's all right.
Well, there's no point standing here in the porch. Come on in.
I still can't understand it. I didn't tell anybody I was coming here, you know.
Would you rather leave?
Oh, no. I don't want to be rude. I'll sit down for a while.
It's nice about your brother and Ruth, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all right.
Don't you like her?
Well, of course I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, so it's just marriage in general that you're not enthusiastic about?
Oh, no. Marriage is all right for a lot of people. It's all right for Harry, Sam Wainwright, you.
For Sam?
Mary!
It's George Bailey, Mother!
What's he want?
I don't know! What do you want?
Me? Not a thing. Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother!
You just tell him to go right back home. Sam said he called you from New York tonight, didn't he?
I guess so!
You know, your mother, you know, I didn't come here to...
Well, what did you come here for then?
Well, I don't know. You're supposed to be the one with all the answers. You tell me.
Oh, why don't you go home?
I don't know why I came here in the first place. Good night.
Good night.
Mary! Telephone!
Mary!
The way you're shouting, you'd think that...
Mary!
You think what?
Mary!
All right, I'll get it! Hello? Sam?
Mary, gee, it's good to hear your voice.
Oh, how are you, Sam?
I forgot my hat.
Hee-haw!
What?
Oh, I was just talking to an old friend of yours, George Bailey.
Old Mossback George?
Old Mossback George.
Put him on, I'll talk to him too.
Oh, wait a second. George?
He doesn't want to speak to George.
He did so! He just asked for him!
Did you call me? Because if you did, I'm in a hurry. I got...
Sam wants to talk to you.
Oh. Hey, Sam.
Hey, fine pal you are, trying to steal my girl.
Oh, what do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal anybody's girl. Oh, here, Mary, you take the phone.
No. Wait, George, I want to speak to you both. Tell Mary to get on the extension upstairs.
He says for you to get on the extension upstairs.
I can't. Mother's on the extension.
I am not.
We can both hear, George. Just put your head a little closer.
What?
There. Oh, that's better. We're listening, Sam.
Well, I have a big deal coming up that's going to make us all rich. George, you remember that time you told me about making plastics out of soybeans?
Soybeans? Yeah, soybeans, yeah.
Well, my father's checked into it, George, see? And now he's going to put up a factory. How do you like that?
A factory, huh?
And here's the point, George. I may have a job for you. Unless you're still married to that broken down building alone. Oh, Mary.
Yeah, I'm here.
You tell that guy I'm giving him the chance of a lifetime, you hear?
He says it's a chance of a lifetime.
Give me that phone.
Here's George again, Sam.
Now,
George!
you listen to me, Mary. I don't want any plastics, and I don't want any job, and I don't want to get married. Ever. To anyone. Do you understand that?
Oh, George.
I want to do what I want to do, and you're not going to trick me, and you're... Mary?
George!
Mary. Oh, Mary, darling, I love you, Mary.
Well, so George Bailey and Mary Hatch...
Yes, George and Mary were married. And they started off their honeymoon in Ernie Bishop's taxi cab.
So, where are you two going on this year now honeymoon?
Oh, we're going to shoot the works, Ernie. A whole week in New York, a whole week in Bermuda, the highest hotel, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
So you're finally getting out of Bedford Falls, huh? Then what?
Then what, honey?
Oh, well, after that, who cares?
Oh, that doesn't. Hey, you know, Mrs. Bailey, I haven't kissed you yet.
Hey, George! There's something funny going on over there. Look, over there at the bank. It looks like a run.
Oh, pull over there a minute, will you, Ernie?
Oh, George, let's not stop, please. Let's go straight to the station.
No, wait a minute. I better see what it is. I'll be right back.
George, please, George!
Poor George Bailey. Oh, he's certainly in desperate trouble, Joseph. I'll go to him at once.
Now sit down, Clarence. Sit down. We're nowhere near the point where George Bailey is thinking of taking his life.
We're not.
Now, where were we? Oh yes, George and Mary had just started out on their honeymoon when they ran smack into the financial panic of 1932. In the waiting room of the building and loan, 100 frantic people were clamoring for their savings.
Hey, what's going on, Uncle Billy? What's happened to all those people out there?
Oh, this is a pickle, Georges. All I know is the bank called our loan, and an hour ago, I had to hand over all our cash.
Holy mackerel.
Whole town's gone crazy. Bank's in the same spot we are.
Our charter.
What about our charter?
Our charter says we have to stay open till 6 p.m. The state can take away our license if we don't.
But how can we stay open without any money? George, where are you going?
Out to talk to these people. Now, come on.
Hey, we can stay right outside.
No, please. Now, please, folks. Now, just a minute. Now, please.
How about our money, George? Where's our money?
Now, come on now, please, now, wait a minute, now, listen to me. Now, you're thinking of this place all wrong. Your money's not here.
What?
Wait a minute now, let me tell you. Your money's in people's houses, in the Kennedy house, and the McLaren house, and in your house, $100. Now, what are you going to do, foreclose on them?
I got $240 in shares. Now, let me have it.
All right, Charlie. Now, you'll get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Well, now, look, that's what you agreed on when you bought your shares.
I got my money. Where? Old man Potter's taking over the bank. He'll pay you 50 cents in every dollar.
Well, let's take our shares to Potter. Half is better than that.
No, wait a minute, please, folks. I beg of you not to do this. If Potter gets a hold of your shares, he'll be owning this building and loan. And he's got the bank, he's got the bus line, he's got the department stores. And now, he's after us because he wants to keep you living in shacks and paying the kind of rent he decides to charge. Now, we can get through this thing all right, but we've got to stick together. We've got to have faith in each other.
Well, my husband's out of work. We need money.
I've got doctor's bills to pay.
I can't feed my kids on faith.
Yeah, come on, man.
You understand? We've still got some money.
Oh, hey, Mary.
Here it is, George. You told me to hold on to it. Would have made a nice honeymoon or bought some furniture, too.
Well, hey, now, wait a minute, folks. Now, listen, I got $2,000, okay? Charlie, how much do you need?
$240.
Now, Charlie, now listen, just enough to tide you over.
I said $240.
Okay, Charlie, here's your $240. All right, Ed, now, how much just to get by?
$20, I suppose.
Okay, $20. Now you're talking. Missy Thompson, how about you?
Oh, $20 will do me.
Good, $20. Okay, now pay it back when you can. Now pay it back when you can. Okay. All right. Now who's next?
Look at the clock. Look.
5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 6 o'clock. We made it. Lock that door, Tilly, quick. Oh boy, we're still in business, Uncle Billy. We've even got $2 left.
George, there's a call for you.
Okay, and then call my wife, will you? She's probably over at Mother's.
Mrs. Bailey's on the line.
I don't want Mrs. Bailey. I want my wife, Mrs. Bailey. Mrs. Bailey. That's my wife. Give me the phone, will you? Oh, hey, Mary. Listen, Mary, I'm sorry. Come home. Well, what home? 323 Sycamore. But, well, whose home's that? What? Oh, well, Mary, how can I? Well, sure. All right, sure. I'll be there.
Clarence, guess what 323 Sycamore was?
His mother-in-law's house, huh?
Oh, no. Number 323 Sycamore was the old Granville house. You know, the one George threw rocks at and made wishes? Yes, sir, that's where they spent their honeymoon. And that's where they started housekeeping. They were still living there 2 years later when old man Potter asked George to come round to his office. Sit down, George. Sit down and have a cigar.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, George, you're a young man. Married, making $40 a week at the building and loan.
45.
45. Now, if you were an ordinary yokel, I would say you were doing pretty fine. But George Bailey, he's intelligent, ambitious. He hates the building and loan almost as much as I do. But he's been dying to get out of town ever since he was born. But he's trapped, trapped into frittering his life away, playing nursemaid to a lot of garlic eaters. Now, do I paint a correct picture, George, or do I exaggerate?
Well, what's your point, Mr. Potter?
My point is that you are the only man who's beat me. George, I'm going to hire you and manage my affairs. I'll start you off at $20,000.
$20,000 a year? Are you sure you're talking to me? I'm George Bailey. Don't you remember me? The building and loan, remember?
Yes, George Bailey. His ship has just come in, provided he has the brains enough to climb aboard.
But what about the building and loan?
Oh, confound it, man. I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year. Is it a deal, or isn't it?
No. No. The answer's no, doggone it. If you offered me $1 million to stay around this town and place just to you, the answer would still be no. Now let me alone. Don't bother me.
George, what did Mr. Potter want?
Oh, it was nothing. He just talk. I don't know it. It was nothing. Ah, gee, Mary Hatch. Mary, why in the world did you ever marry a guy like me anyway?
I keep from being an old maid.
I was going to see the world. I was going to build things. I was going to give you the moon. And what have I given you? What have I given you? Not even a new dress, not for months. Oh, gee whiz, I feel awful.
So do I. Mornings especially.
You could have married Sam Wainwright. Anybody else in town.
I didn't want to marry anyone else. I want my baby to look like you.
You didn't even have a honeymoon. And I promised you that you what?
My baby?
You mean? Oh, Mary! Oh, Mary! You mean you're on the nest?
Well, Mary had a baby, Clarence. A boy.
You don't say.
Then she had another one. A girl.
Oh, what do you know?
Night after night, George had come home late from the office. Things weren't going too well at the building and loan. Potter was really bearing down on him. Then came the war. Maybe had another baby by then.
Oh.
But she still had time to help out at the USO. Uncle Billy sold war bonds, and George's brother Harry became a real hero. Shot down 15 planes.
But George, what about George?
George was forret from account of his ear. He was an air raid warden. On VE Day, he wept and prayed. On VJ Day, he wept and prayed again.
We're getting pretty close to the day, aren't we, sir?
Yes, Clarence. You now know almost everything you have to know about George Bailey. Except what happened that finds him down there at this moment wanting to die.
Well, sir? Well?
Today's the day before Christmas, Earth time. George is pretty excited.
Hey, Tilly, look at the newspaper. Commander Harry Bailey, decorated by the President. That's my kid brother. The Congressional Medal of Honor.
Oh, gosh, George, gosh!
Oh, what you think about that, eh? 15 Japanese planes. And the last one he got was just about to dive into a transport loaded with soldiers. You know what that means? He saved lives, hundreds of lives. Oh, gee whiz. Well, where's Uncle Billy?
Oh, he's gone to the bank, George.
Oh.
He's depositing that $8,000.
Oh, good. Who's that in his office there?
Oh, it's that man again, the bank examiner.
Oh, yeah. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Carter. Tilly, get the books for Mr. Carter, will you? You know what? That's my brother's picture there, Mr. Carter. He shot down 15 planes, and one of them was just about to...
Well, well, Mr. Henry F. Potter, come to the bank to deposit some more loot, eh?
Get away, you old fool!
How'd you like the news in the paper, Mr. Potter? Just can't keep those Bailey boys down now, can you?
Let me see that newspaper.
Here. Sorry I can't chat, you old thief. Gotta make a deposit. Here you are, Horace. Deposit slip, bank book, and a very happy Christmas to you.
You too, Mr. Bailey. Say, you've forgotten something, haven't you?
Horace, I've forgotten things all my life.
Get a wheel on, boy!
But, Mr. Bailey, where's the money?
Look. What's that?
You want to make a deposit?
Oh, certainly.
But it's customary to bring the money with you.
It's gone. Where did I put it? Where did I put the money?
Terrible thing, Clarence. Terrible. Uncle Billy couldn't find the money because the envelope with the $8,000 was folded up in that newspaper he gave to old man Potter.
I just don't know what happened to it, George. I just don't know.
$8,000. Uncle Billy, the bank examiner's here, and it's not our money. It belongs to the depositors.
Hey, George, what are we going to do? We've traced every step I took. We can't stand here in the street.
Are you sure you didn't put that envelope in your coat pocket?
I think so. Maybe. Oh, I'm no good to you, George. I'm no good to you.
Now listen to me. Now listen to me. Think. Think, will you? Now try and think.
I can't think anymore. I can't.
Where's that money, you silly old fool? You know what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. Well, one of us is going to jail, and it ain't going to be me. Now get out of my way. I'm going home.
George, dear, what's wrong? You haven't said a word since you came home.
With that banging on the piano, does she have to keep playing that same piece over and over and over again?
I have to practice for the Christmas party, Daddy.
Oh, okay, Janie, okay.
Oh, what is it, dear? Another hectic day?
Oh, yeah. Another red letter day for the babies.
Dad, the Murphy's got a brand new car. You should see it.
Well, what's the matter with our car? Is it good enough for you?
I'm sorry, Dad.
I'll run upstairs, Petey, and see if Susan's all right.
Okay, Mom.
Now, what do you mean, see if Susan's all right? What do you mean?
Oh, she had a little cold coming home from school. She didn't button up her coat.
Well, what is it? What do you mean? What do you mean, just a cold?
George, the doctor said it was nothing serious.
Doctor? Was the doctor here?
Well, I thought he'd better look at her.
It's this old drafty house. No wonder we don't have all pneumonia. Might as well be living in a refrigerator. I mean, why do we have to live in this here in the first place and stay around this measly, crummy old town?
George, what's happened?
Everything's happened. You call this a happy family? Why do we have to have all these kids?
Daddy, how you felt, Frankenstein?
I don't know how you... Why don't you ask your mother?
Where are you going?
Upstairs to see Suzu.
Hello? Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. Oh, I'm sure she'll be all right.
Who's that?
It's Suzu's teacher. What? Oh, yes, the doctor says she'll be fine tomorrow.
Here, give me that phone.
George, please.
Mrs. Welch, this is Mr. Bailey. Say, what kind of teacher are you anyway, huh? What do you mean sending Suzu home like that, half naked? Do you realize you'll probably end up with pneumonia just because of your stupidity? You know, my kids aren't the best dressed kids in town, but at least they... Hello? Hello? J.E.! Will you stop playing that lovely piano? Now cut it out! Stop it!
George, for heaven's sake, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Janie. I'm sorry, May. I just gotta get out of here.
So, that's it, George. You're short $8,000 in your account, eh?
Please, Mr. Potter, I'll pay any sort of a bonus. If you still want the building alone,
You say you lost it, eh? Have you notified the police?
No, sir, I haven't done that yet. Harry's home.
Why come to me, huh? What about your good friend, Sam Wainwright?
I can't get hold of him. He's in Europe.
Well, what kind of security would I have, George? What collateral?
Oh, yes, sir. I have some life insurance here. A $15,000 policy.
What's your equity in it?
$500.
And you want 8,000? You called me a warped, frustrated old man. What are you but a warped, frustrated young man, crawling on your hands and knees for help? Why don't you go to the riffraff you love so well and ask them for help?
I'll do anything, Mr. Potter. Please, no, please help me. My wife and kids.
I'm calling the district attorney. $500. You know something, George? You're worth more dead than you are alive. Now get out of here. Get out! And all the time, Potter had the $8,000 in his desk drawer. It's still there, Clarence.
But where's George, sir? Where?
Well, he went over to Martini's camp. He's had a couple of drinks, Clarence. He's just standing there, sort of in a daze.
Oh, God. God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me now, please show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Oh, show me the way, God.
Mr. Bailey, you all right? Don't drink anymore, Mr. Bailey, please. You don't feel good.
Bailey? Did you say Bailey? Which Bailey?
This gentleman is Mr. Bailey, George Bailey.
George Bailey, huh? And the next time you talk to my wife like that, you get worse. And it isn't enough she slaves teaching your stupid kids how to read and write. You gotta bawl her out.
You get out of here, Mr. Welch. You hit my best friend. Get out!
All right, I'm going.
Mr. Bailey, you okay?
Who was that?
Ah, Mr. Welch, don't worry. He don't come in this place no more. I'll get something for your face. It's bleeding.
Oh, I'm all right.
Please, don't go away, Mr. Bailey.
Leave me alone.
Don't go away.
Leave me alone.
Well, George left Martini's cafe 5 minutes ago, Clarence. Numb with despair, convinced, as Mr. Potter said, that he's worth more dead than alive. He's at the river now, on the bridge, looking at the water. Are you ready, Clarence?
All ready, sir.
Very well. Save George Bailey's life, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, my wings! Oh, thank you, Joseph. George! George Bailey! Get away from that bridge, do you hear me? George! George! Oh! Help! Help! I'm drowning! Help!
Mister, are you all right?
You both sure you're all right? You want a doctor?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh, I'm fine. This underwear, I didn't have time to get anything else. My wife gave this to me on my last birthday, and I passed away in it.
You what this time?
Oh, I see. Tom Sawyer's drying out too.
Who?
My book. I left in such a hurry, I brought Tom Sawyer with me.
Well, hey, how did you happen to fall in?
Oh, I jumped in. I jumped in to save you.
You jumped in to save me.
Well, I did, didn't I? You didn't go through with it, did you?
Go through with what?
Suicide.
Hey, it's against the law to commit suicide around here.
Yeah, it's against the law where I come from, too.
Where do you come from?
Heaven.
Oh, that's very funny. Very funny.
Your lips bleeding.
Yeah, I got busted in the jaw in answer to a prayer.
Oh, no, George. I'm the answer to your prayer.
Hey, how'd you know my name?
Oh, I know all about you.
Well, who are you supposed to be anyway?
Clarence Oddbody. AS2.
Clarence Oddbody. What's the AS2 for?
Angel, second class.
Hey, I'm getting out of here. You may not need a doctor, but I do.
Cheerio, my good man.
Now, look here. Why do you want to save me?
Because I'm your guardian angel, George.
Oh, I see. Well, you look about the kind of angel I'd get. What happened to your wings?
Oh, I haven't got my wings yet. That's why I'm an angel, second class.
Oh, I see.
But you can help me earn them, George, by letting me help you.
You don't happen to have $8,000 on you, do you?
Oh, no. We don't need money in heaven.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. I see it. It comes in pretty handy down here, Bob.
Oh.
Of course, I found out a little late. You know, I'm worth more dead than alive.
You mustn't talk like that. Joseph will never give me my wings if you keep feeling that way. You just don't realize what you've done for your folks. Why, if it hadn't been for you...
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, everybody would be better off. My wife, my kids, and my friends.
Oh, this is not going to be easy.
They'd all be better off if I hadn't been born.
What did you say?
I said I wish I'd never been born.
George, that's wonderful.
Wonderful? What?
The idea you just gave me. Well, you got your wish. You've never been born.
I've never been born.
Exactly. No worries, no $8,000 to get. Nothing. You simply don't exist.
All right. Okay, all right.
George, I can do things. Strange things. I can show you the world, George. The way it would be if you hadn't been born.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This ear of mine. Say something else in that bad ear.
You don't have a bad ear anymore, George. I don't think you're concentrating. Don't you see? You're not the George Bailey you think you are. You're nobody.
Well, that's the doggonest thing I ever... That ear.
Your lips stop bleeding, too.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, what's happening around here? What is this anyway? I need a drink, that's what I need. What about you, Angel? You want a drink?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Come on. We'll go as soon as our clothes are dry.
The clothes are dry, George.
Oh, hey. So they are. That's funny. Well, let's get dressed and we'll stroll over to Martini's and... Oh, excuse me. I mean, I'll stroll while you fly.
No, I don't have my wings.
No, you don't have your wings. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. Couple of drinks and we'll both fly, right?
What'll you have, fellas?
Hey, where's the boss? Where's Martini?
Look, wise guy, I'm the boss, see?
Okay, double scotch, quick, will you?
What's yours?
You know what I just love? Some mulled wine.
Huh?
Heavy on the cinnamon and light on the cloves. And off with you, my lad, and lively now.
Now, cut it out.
No, come on here. Just give him the same as I ordered. He's okay.
2 double scotches.
Yeah. What about this place? It's all changed.
All of Bedford Falls has changed. You're having a wish, George. You've never been born. Oh, there'll be lots of things you've never seen before. Oh, good. Somebody just made it.
Make what?
Every time a bell rings, it means some angel's got his wings.
What'd you say?
Now, look, Clarence, I don't think you better talk about angels around here.
Don't they believe in angels?
Oh, yeah, they believe in them, but you know what, this is just them.
Then why should they be surprised when they see one?
Don't mind him, bartender. He's just a little fella. He just never grew up. How old are you anyway, Clarence?
Well, next May I'll be 293.
That does it. A couple of pixies up. Go on, get. Do you hear me? Get.
Now, where's Martini? Will you call him?
Stop asking about Martini. He ain't here, and he... Hey, you! Rummy! Did I tell you never to come panhandling around here?
George, look.
It's Mr. Gower. Mr. Gower, listen, Mr. Gower. Don't you know me? This is George Bailey.
You buy me a drink, mister? Just one more drink, will you, mister?
Throw the rummy out.
No.
Go on, buddy.
No.
Hey, bartender. Now that's Mr. Gower, the druggist.
That rummy spent 20 years in jail for poisoning some kid. If you know him, you must be a jailbird yourself. Pinky, here's 2 more. Get him out of here.
Come on, wise guys. And don't come back.
it up, George. It's a good thing he threw us in this snowbank, huh?
Well, where's Mr. Gower?
Mr. Gower doesn't know you, George. You see, you weren't there to stop him from putting the poison in the prescription.
What do you mean I wasn't there? Now look, tell me, what are you? Are you a hypnotist?
George.
Now look, why am I seeing all these strange things here?
George, don't you understand? It's because you were not born.
Well, if I wasn't born, then who am I?
Nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean I have no identity?
Well, there are no papers, no driver's license, no 4F card, no insurance policy.
Zuzu's bell.
What?
Zuzu's bell. I bought my little girl a bell to hang on the Christmas tree. I've got to give it to her. I've got it. It's gone. It's gone too. Everything's gone.
But you've been given a great gift, George. A chance to see what the world would be like if you've never been born.
You're crazy. You're crazy as a bedbug, and you're driving me crazy too. Now look, I'm going home to my wife and family. Do you understand that? And I'm going home alone.
Better not leave him alone, Clarence. Keep following him.
Oh, Joseph, I'll stay near him, sir. Oh, poor George. He's seen Main Street now, the way it would be if he hadn't lived. Oh, the thing that's really that shocks him, sir, is the building and loan office. Know what it is now? Pawn shop.
What's he doing? Can you see?
He's talking to Ernie Bishop, sir, the taxi driver. He wants to go home.
You better tag along, Clarence.
Oh, I will, sir. I will.
Oh, come on. Step on it, will you, Ernie? Now get me home. I'm off my nut.
Where'd you live, buddy?
Oh, now, doggone, Ernie, don't start pulling that stuff on me. 323 Sycamore.
323 Sycamore?
Yeah, now hurry up. Zuzu's sick.
Okay, buddy.
Now look, Ernie, I don't know what's happening. I'm going crazy or something. I've had some bad liquor. Now look, tell me this now. You're Ernie Bishop, right? And you live with your wife and kid, down in the,
You seen my wife?
What do you mean, seen your wife? I've been in your house 100 times. We built it for you, didn't we?
But my wife took the kid and ran away 5 years ago, and I ain't never seen you before in my life, see?
Okay, Ernie, okay. Now just step on it and get me home. Mary? Mary! Where are you? Janie? Petey? Zuzu! Zuzu! Where are you?
This is just an old abandoned house, George. You have no wife, no children.
Where are they? What have you done with them?
There you are, Bert. That's him. See, I told you.
All right, up with your hands.
Oh, Bert. Bert the cop. Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Now look, why don't you be a good fellow and we'll take you to a doctor.
Now, Bert, Bert, now listen to me. Now, what's the matter with you guys, huh? Now, listen, is that fellow there? He says he's an angel. He's trying to hypnotize me.
I hate to use my nightstick, but I guess Oh! Hey, George! He can't hit you if I'm biting him! Oh! George! My teeth aren't what they used to be! Run! Oh, Joseph! Help me! Joseph! Where'd they go, Ernie? Where'd they go?
I don't know. They just disappeared.
Clarence?
Oh, Joseph, I hope you don't mind me calling you like I did.
It was very irregular, Clarence. You're by yourself with him. Where's George?
He's at his mother's house, sir.
If George hasn't been born, he has no mother.
Oh, he's being very stubborn, sir. We'll just have to let him find these things out for himself.
And his mother? Oh, that's a terrible bitter blow to a man. His own mother not knowing him?
You mean I shouldn't have let him go?
I mean you better get after him right away. Oh, and stop biting policemen, Clarence.
I'm here, George.
My mother. My own mother didn't know me. If only Harry were here. My brother, if only he was back from Washington.
Your brother fell through the ice and was drowned at the age of 9.
Now that's a lie. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor. He saved the lives of every man in that transport.
Every man on that transport died. Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. Don't Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
Clarence?
Yes?
Where's Mary? No, please, no. Where's my wife?
I'm not supposed to say.
Tell me where she is.
You're not going to like it, George.
Where is she? I'll choke it out of you if I have to. Now, where's my wife?
In the library. She works there. She's just about to lock up for the night, so George, come back! Oh, there must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
Mary!
Oh, I'm sorry, the library's closed.
Mary, it's George. Don't you know me?
No, I don't know you. Let me go!
No, Mary, please, no, don't you do this to me. No, not you. Mary, please help me. Well, where are kids, Mary? I need you, Mary, please.
Get away from me! Help!
Help me, Mary. Mary and George. Mary!
Clarence?
Oh, where is he, Joseph? Where's George? I'm afraid I've lost him again.
You knew you shouldn't have let him try to see Mary. Now they're after him. A mob. They think he was trying to hurt her.
Joseph, I won't even get one wing, will I?
You have one more chance, Clarence. Get over to that bridge by the river. I think George has just about seen enough.
But the mob...
Don't worry, they've lost him too. Now hurry up!
Oh, thank you, Joseph. Thank you.
Clarence? Clarence! Clarence, where are you?
Well, I'm here, George.
Help me, Clarence. Get me back. I don't care what happens to me, only get me back to my wife and kids, please. I want to live again.
Oh, thank you, George. Thank you, Lord.
I want to live again. Oh, please. Oh, God, please, just let me live again.
George, is that you down there, George?
No, get out of here, Bert. No, get out of here. You come any closer and I'll let you have it.
What the Sam Hill you killing for, George?
Now, come on, then. George? George? Oh, Bert. Bert, do you know me?
Know you? I've been looking all over town for you. Where have you been?
Oh, hey, Bert. Bert, I'm alive again, Bert.
You sure you're all right? Hey, your mouth's bleeding.
It is? Oh, my mouth's bleeding. Oh, Bert, look at it. Oh, now look at all that blood come right out of there, would you? Oh, hey. Oh, now wait a minute. Where's the Susan's belt? Yes, it was in my pocket. Look, it was right here in my pocket. Oh, what you know about that? Hey, oh, Merry Christmas, Bert.
Well, Merry Christmas. Get in the car, I'll drive you home.
Oh, you will, Bert? Oh, you do that? Oh, no, wait a minute. Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls! Merry Christmas, old Billigan Bone! Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter! Merry Christmas! Now, what's with all these people, huh? These reporters, hey, Merry Christmas, reporters! Hey, Mr. Baggy Souter, Merry Christmas!
Mr. Bailey, there's a deficit!
I know, $8,000 I'll bet, huh?
George, I've got a little paper here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I bet it's a warrant for my arrest. Isn't that wonderful? Merry Christmas! Hey, where's Mary? You know, oh, now look at this wonderful old drafty house. Isn't it wonderful? Has anyone seen my wife? Where's Mary?
Merry Christmas, Daddy! Merry Christmas!
Oh, kids! Janie, Petey, oh, I could eat you up. Where's your mother?
She went looking for you, Daddy, with Uncle Billy.
Daddy?
Oh, Zuzu! Oh, my little ginger snap, how do you feel, huh?
Fine, Daddy. Not a smidge of a temperature.
Oh, not a smidge of temperature, hallelujah!
George! Oh, George, darling!
It's Mommy! Mommy's home! Oh, Mary!
George, where have you been?
Oh, Mary!
George!
Oh, Mary, just let me touch you again. Oh, you're real, Mary. Oh, you have no idea what happened to me.
You have no idea what happened either. They're on their way here.
Oh, who's on their way here? The police department? I don't know. The FBI? The National Guard? I'm alive again, Mary. Oh, listen, Mary, I'm alive again.
Yes, darling, yes. Okay, now close your eyes and come on with me.
What is it? Can I open my eyes yet?
No, keep your eyes closed.
Now, what's going on here?
Just wait here, just a minute. All right, we're ready, Uncle Billy.
George, a laundry basket filled with money. Money for you. Mary did it, George. Mary.
Oh, I don't understand. What money? What?
People heard you were in trouble, darling. These people, your friends, they've collected this money for you, the $8,000.
Oh, Charlie, and now there's Martini, and Mr. Gower. Oh, how are you, Mr. Gower? Mrs. Thompson, Ed, Tama, everybody.
None of us would have a roof over our heads if it wasn't for you, George.
Oh, gosh, this is wonderful. Oh, hey, Mary, look who's coming in. It's Mother. Hi, Mother. Hey, Harry.
Hey! Got Mary's telegram, George. I flew on as fast as I could.
Hey, everybody, a toast. How about a toast?
Good idea, Ernie. A toast to my big brother, George, the richest man in town.
George!
Daddy, my Christmas bell, you didn't forget.
Forget? Oh, here, honey. Here's your bell.
Daddy!
Oh, darling, what's this on the table here? What's this book?
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Well, look, there's something written in it.
Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence.
Oh, Clarence?
Yeah, he's a very dear friend of mine.
Daddy! Mrs. Welch says every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Oh, that's right, Zuzu. That's right. That's right. Oh, attaboy, Clarence. Attaboy. Happy landings.